Let's see, how am I looking over here on... Wait, what? Chat and chill and then conspiracies. Almost 500,000 in there right now. I'm glad now I can see like everybody's I can see myself. You know what, before I do this, I want to see what they were saying about Silver and Blood.
Make new characters. Silver and Blood has been down for a while now, and we've been informed that it's going to be down for longer still. I'll be honest, I considered just ignoring it, not even talking about it at all. But the majority of my content has been Silver and Blood stuff. Sometimes it's guides, sometimes it's complaining, and I've never been one to shy away from a good rant, you know? So let's talk about it. Right before they announced this downtime, I was actually in the process of making a video about Silver and Blood, and the intention was to offer tips on how I would make the game better, make it long lasting, what systems I think are detrimental to the game, and how they need to basically course correct to make myself and others happy. At least in my opinion. And then I saw that there was a post about extended downtime for global server for server migration reasons, and I was just like, you can't make this up. Like, this is the worst timing possible. I feel like the game's already in a pretty sorry state, and it seemingly gets worse every patch, but I don't think, or at least I didn't think, that it was beyond saving, but my mind has kind of changed. I really do feel like this is a death stroke for Silver and Blood, at least for the global server. Once you have that interruption of like your daily schedule of logging into an idle game every single day to just keep up, especially for like a period as long as this, you kind of start thinking, well, do I really want to keep playing this game? Like, is it fun? What do I enjoy about it? What do I not enjoy about it? Is it worth my time? And I started asking those questions to myself around the time Livian and Alexi came out. I saw the writing on the wall where the game was going, and I talked about it with you guys. Like, I highlighted all of my concerns, and pretty much every concern I had came true, and it got even worse than I thought it would be. So what are my issues with Silver and Blood right now? Let's start with the Soul Heirloom Vault. It was really only added to entice you to pull dupes of new characters. It's not a system to buff old characters, kind of like how I thought Synergy would be, but again, the Synergy system and the Soul Heirloom system exist only to make new characters stronger and require more investment. With Synergy, you have to pull more characters to fulfill the Synergy requirements, so you have that full team. And then for the Soul Heirloom Vault, at minimum, it seems like you need 2 copies of a character and not just 1, because Spirit Siphon 1 locks like basic functionality that should exist in the kit by default behind a copy of a character. And then it only gets worse the farther along the tree you go, with just massive power spikes that really have no place in this game. And with the release...
Hey, can you hear me? Uh-oh. Hey, Marcy, can you hear me? Is my audio coming through? I didn't mean to. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. But is my audio coming through? I'm over here just chilling now.
Of the new PvP tournament, it's very obvious that they want to just entice whales to spend all of their money to get max dupes,
My day
and
was
so
okay.
they're PvP competitive, and then they can get their name posted on the front page of the
Yeah, my day was okay. How was yours? I'm over here just trying to. I updated my OBS and it absolutely destroyed all of my settings. So I had to like reprogram my whole OBS. Yeah, so it kind of like screwed me over, but it ended up yeah, so I don't even have two screens anymore. Now I have like one screen, like how I used, or have one screen again, but it's taking care of everything, and now I have all of my chats on one side. So I'm happy about that. So I was like, let me go ahead and start streaming, hang out, just look at some random stuff, some gaming stuff, and then I'll look at some conspiracy theory stuff.
the launcher, and it's like, hey, look, this is the best player in the world. Good job. Whales get to flex, and Moonton gets a lot more money.
Can you hear the
Everybody
video?
wins,
Can you hear the YT video?
Like us that don't spend tons of money on the game and just want to casually play through content and pull for new characters and, you know, use these new characters and new team compositions. I think you guys get the point. So the Soul Heirloom Vault is a big issue. I wouldn't say the synergy system is an issue. It's just not. It just didn't end up being a way to buff old characters, at least not to the extent that I thought it would be. And there's just like a big shift in attention being paid to PvP at the moment. At least I feel like they're shifting more into a PvP oriented game. Now let's talk about their proposed compensation for this downtime. So originally they expected the game to be down for about 3 to 5 days for the global users, and their compensation wasn't even enough to make up for the lost daily rewards of those 3 to 5 days. Moonton doesn't really miss out on anything by being generous with this compensation. Like, if anything, you should be very generous because you're disallowing people from playing the game at all. You want to give them a really good reason to come back for the reasons I stated before. You're like, when you're not able to play, you're just thinking, well, do I even miss the game? Do I want to play it? And when you see
you have a good night too. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the heart. Me, I appreciate you. I'll swing by for you later.
Much at all. You start thinking, well, they obviously don't care about the time I'm missing out on, so why should I give them any more of my time? The fact that people had to come together and basically form a list of grievances with the compensation really says a lot about the company and how much they value our business, really. And while we're on the topic of business, we can talk about how some gachas, they rarely, if ever, do spending events. Well, Silver and Blood has been doing a new spending event basically every month for a while now. You know, with every new patch, they're like, oh, look, here's a new spending event. Make sure you spend lots of money so you get these little bonuses, while constantly adding more systems to the game that you have to devote time to and resources, and making characters worse on release by adding the Soul Heirloom system, adding new power spikes, like with the 3 dupes to unlock the satin. There's just been a trend that is hard to miss with Silver and Blood, where they're just constantly incentivizing spending more and more money while making the game less and less convenient and harder to keep up with unless you're actually spending money. So why did I even stick with Silver and Blood for so long? Well, I do like the game, or at least I did while I was still making content with it. And when I made this channel, I was like, I can make Silver and Blood content. There seems to be kind of a gap with content for this game, and I enjoy it. I enjoy learning all of the ins and outs of the characters and how to min-max, and I enjoyed grinding the semi-competitive PvE content to get the best result that I could, like with clan hunts and Night of the Hunt and stuff like that when it still existed. And I even applied to be a content creator for the game, an official content creator. They never got back to me. It was kind of funny because in the application, when it asked for, you know, 3 of your best performing contents or most successful content, all 3 of my best performing videos were just like videos totally roasting the company. And, you know, I still sent it. It kind of felt like less of an application to be a content creator and more like I'm just complaining to you about your game. But genuinely, I did just send my 3 videos with the most views and You know, I talked about how I enjoy making guides for the game. I like talking about the game, and I just like interacting with the community. But I guess I was too big of a brand risk for them, because they never got back to me. And you know what? That's understandable. But on the off chance that they did make me an official content creator, I was willing to continue making content for them. And I was looking forward to being on the test server to try out these things and like get more usage out of like characters that I'm not really able to pull for full dupes of, and like give you in-depth information about them. As it is now, I'm just a person playing the game, basically free to play now, and I see no real incentive to keep making content on the game, at least not regularly. And I mean, it's not like I could make content right now because I can't play the game. The game is literally unplayable for me. So with all that knowledge and all the grievances I had with the game, I started looking for other things to cover. I dipped my toes into, you know, talking about lore in Nikke. And while I think the video did pretty well, I didn't necessarily enjoy talking about lore in Nikke, and I didn't feel like it was something I could do long term. Like, it wasn't something I enjoyed. And then I tried out Wuthering Waves recently, and that was actually my best performing video by far. And it really got me thinking. I didn't make this channel to be, you know, a one game channel. I didn't make it just because of Silver and Blood. My intention was always to play the games that I love, make content on it, inject as much of my personality into the videos as I can. I don't just want to be like a guide slop channel. Even if I do want to like make guides, I still want to just like talk to you guys, you know, discuss my feelings about things, give insights. So that's why I did do those like patch overviews.
Ooh, what happened? Big update. So we have an update on Resident Evil Requiem.
This company is going viral for its new process that gives you permanent teeth in just 24 hours. If you're missing
Resident Evil Requiem is officially entering its final stretch until launch, and we just got some big updates that could point towards the biggest reveal yet. A PlayStation State of Play has officially been confirmed, and it's going to be the biggest one yet. It's going to be 60 minutes long. So is Capcom about to hit us with the final trailer and possibly even a surprise demo? We also got information regarding the game's duration and an important clarification from an insider. With the release date inching closer and closer every day, the marketing cycle is about to heat up in a serious way. Today I'll be breaking everything down. What can we expect from the State of Play, and will we get a demo drop or just a final trailer? So hit the sub button if you're ready for Resident Evil Requiem, and let's dive in. So starting things off with our biggest piece of news, and that is PlayStation has officially announced a brand new State of Play presentation scheduled for Thursday, February 12th at 2 p.m. PT, 5 p.m. ET, 4 p.m. CT, and 11 p.m. CEST. The State of Play is confirmed to run for over 60 minutes and will focus primarily on PlayStation 5 third-party titles, indie games, as well as updates from PlayStation Studios, which honestly, that description alone should immediately set off alarm bells for anybody excited for Resident Evil Requiem. This game is one of the biggest third-party games launching in the near future. It releases this month, literally, and Capcom has had a long history of using PlayStation events to market this franchise. From Resident Evil Village, there's a bunch of major reveals at the State of Play. Resident Evil 4 Remake was also shown off at PlayStation events, and with the game releasing literally this month, it would be honestly more surprising if Resident Evil Requiem did not appear. I mean, at this point, it almost feels guaranteed that Capcom will use this event to drop the final trailer for the game. Like, we are already so close to launch, and historically, this is exactly when Capcom likes to deliver their big last marketing push. So yeah, the timing is lining up like really perfectly. This is going to be a massive State of Play. Like, the fact that it's 60 minutes still blows my mind. I don't know why they don't call it the PlayStation Showcase anymore, but it feels like we're only getting State of Plays going forward. But now we have to talk about something that has the entire community talking and pretty much split down the middle. Will we actually get a demo announced during this event? So following the announcement, I've seen a lot of discussion online in various forums, as well as like Reddit and Twitter, about the possibility of Capcom shadow dropping a Resident Evil Requiem demo during the State of Play. Now, on paper, it does make a lot of sense. Almost every major Resident Evil release in the modern era has had some form of demo before launch. Everything from Resident Evil 7 to Village to RE4 Remake. So logically, a Resident Evil Requiem demo would not be all out of character for Capcom, but personally, I'm still still very doubtful that it actually happens. The marketing for this game has already been incredibly strong. Capcom has shown plenty of gameplay so far. We've had multiple trailers, we've had developer deep dives, we've had previews from major outlets, and honestly at this point I don't really think a demo is necessary to sell the game. There's also an issue of like potential spoilers during that demo. This game in particular seems to be very story focused, and you know, Capcom has been really secretive about it, so they might not want to risk like putting any portion of it out in the wild before launch. A demo always carries the risks of like data mines, leaks, and you know, hidden files or stuff like that people discover and possibly like decrypt those files, with people discovering things that were meant to be surprises. So while it would be really awesome to be able to get like a slice of the game to play next week, I would not go into the state of play expecting it to happen. I think a final trailer seems almost certain, but a demo feels more like wishful thinking and just a fair bit of copium, let's be real. Either way, the fact that we have a major PlayStation event confirmed means the final phase of the Requiem marketing campaign is officially upon us. Now, alongside the state of play news, we also got some very interesting bit of details about the actual size and scope of the game itself. Recently, there were some reports and statements from, I believe, the developers over at Capcom that said Resident Evil Requiem would be roughly the same length as the Resident Evil 4 remake, which naturally that got a lot of people excited because the RE4 remake was a meaty game with a ton of content. However, according to Dusk Golem, that initial estimate might not be totally accurate. Dusk Golem clarified that the comparison to RE4 remake was more of a general ballpark figure rather than a precise like measurement of the game duration. He explained that the early playtime estimates can often be misleading, especially when they come from like limited on-hand sessions or internal testing. So the idea that Requiem will be exactly the same length as RE4 remake should not be taken as a hard confirmation. It might end up being shorter, possibly longer. I'm guessing it'll depend on the playstyle and just how the games are structured, which this is a really important thing to really grasp. Like, Resident Evil games are not built the same. Some games are more linear, some are more replay focused, and some have like a really heavy emphasis on exploration. Simply comparing the raw hours does not tell the true story of, you know, the actual duration. What I think matters the most is the overall pacing of the game and the quality of the content. And honestly, from everything that we've seen so far, Requiem looks very ambitious, and I just can't wait to jump into it. We've only seen a very small section of the game, but it certainly seems like it's going to be pretty big just from the set pieces we've seen. I'm sure that there will be a lot of exploration and stuff like that. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that there will be. I mean, dude, there's a reason that Leon has a vehicle. What is the reason for that vehicle? Only time will tell, obviously. It could be just some cool marketing, but it could be like some more missions that are like actually involved with that vehicle. But we did get confirmation that the Leon sections and the Grace sections will be about the same duration. The rumor was they'd be 9 hours each, making it like an 18-hour game, but again, it's hard saying. But even if the final playtime ends up being a little bit shorter than RE4's remake on a first run, that doesn't necessarily mean it will feel smaller or like, you know, less substantial.
Much longer to keep dying.
I'm sure this game is still going to hit pretty different because it's Capcom and they always cook. 99% of the time, Capcom cooks 100% of the time. At the end of the day, I would rather have a well-paced 10-hour experience.
Your job is going to disappear, and so are your friends' jobs, and so are the jobs of untold millions of Americans.
Than a bloated like 15 or 20 hour experience. Now, another bit of news that just popped up recently is the fact that Resident Evil Requiem now has 49 achievements listed on Steam, which that number alone gives us kind of a small hint at the overall structure of the game. Having 49 achievements tells me that there's going to be, you know, a game that's packed full of hopefully challenges, collectibles, and post-game content. But what is really important about this whole thing is the fact that none of the achievements have officially leaked, at least yet. Also, for like PlayStation standards, that means the game will likely have 50 trophies, which the 50th being the platinum trophy. It might end up being a little bit more, but you get me. Now, typically whenever games like this one come out, like usually pre-launch, the achievements always leak early. Like, that's just guaranteed pretty much. Now, a lot of trophies usually contain spoilers. Sometimes there's like entire story beats that can be revealed just by reading names and descriptions, various boss fights, character deaths, you know, secret endings and stuff like that. So I will say, while they have not officially been leaked yet, I would just be very careful because they will eventually. Like, that's gonna happen. So yeah, just be careful. It'll likely leak early, and if you don't want any spoilers or anything like that, just be careful. Make sure you have your muted keywords and all that stuff, because it's about to be a cooked time. Like, we're also very close to the release, so that means a physical copy is most likely going to make its rounds like officially in the public, and once that happens, everything is pretty much cooked. Like, all bets are off. Get off Twitter, get off the internet. So when you combine all of this news together, the upcoming state of play is really starting to feel like a big moment for Resident Evil Requiem. Requiem. This is when we're gonna finally get the last trailer, I'm guessing. The final story tease in the moment where Capcom really locks in the hype for the home stretch. We're in the end game now, guys, and we're probably gonna get a much clearer picture of the game's tone and overall structure. Up until now, Capcom has been somewhat careful with what they show. They've hinted at major twists without really giving much context away, with like the 6 dead survivors. So the final trailer of the game will almost certainly pull back the curtain a little bit more. Perhaps we get to see the larger environments that have been teased from before. I wouldn't be surprised if this trailer really focuses heavily on the overall gameplay side of things, especially if they show us like a larger open environment. I think people would be really excited to see that. It's something that we haven't seen thus far. With all of that being said, it's important to keep our expectations kind of grounded. I am one to let the hype run wild. I absolutely get super excited about games, especially the ones that I'm looking forward to, but you do have to take like a measured approach. Yes, a state of a play appearance feels almost guaranteed at this point. A final trailer seems really likely, but a demo announcement or like a shadow drop of the demo or anything of that level should be considered a long shot, and I just would not imagine it happening at this stage of the game. So it's better to go into this state of play with no expectations, just so that whenever an announcement does happen, the hype is just an overdrive. Capcom has been very careful with how they've been marketing this game. Like, they're not going to take any unnecessary risks this late in the stage. So right now their focus is just to try to like stick the landing for launch, and honestly, I think they will. So here's where things stand. A major state of play is officially happening next week. A Resident Evil trailer is almost certainly going to be featured. So here's the hoping, if they do give us a final trailer, it doesn't spoil too much, because I'm at the point where I don't really want to see anything new about this game. I just want to play it. But that's going to wrap it up with this video, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. Do you think that we will get a demo during the state of play, or is that just like a bunch of copium? Are you happy with the game duration being similar to Resident Evil 4 Remake? And what are you hoping to see in the final trailer in terms of gameplay? That's going to wrap it up with this video, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe with your noties on, and until next time, this has been Wes, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.
Yeah, we better have a demo. We need that. We need all of that.
Hey friends, Eric here, and in this video I want to talk to you about...
No, Eric. No comprende, my guy. Delayed canceled orders, Resident Evil Requiem. Wait, what? Ooh. Let's watch the trailer.
Can give you this for a better deal on that.
Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal.
Where do we start from the beginning? This trailer, then.
It wasn't always like this. I used to think we were lucky. I thought we had it all. A simple house, good life, Sunday mornings, dance-offs, afternoons at the park, story time.
Just one more, Mama.
It was our perfect little world. Then it started. First the sirens, then the emergency broadcasts.
Due to the citywide outbreak, you were advised to take shelter at the Raccoon City Police Station. Food and medical supplies will be provided to everyone in need.
Then the screams. God, the screams. And then silence. And I learned something I never wanted to know. How fast everything you love can go away. We ran. We fought. told myself we would make it. We just needed more time. You always think that you have more time. Until you don't.
Something like this really happened.
If anyone finds this, tell them I tried. Tell them I was still me. Right up until the end.
So sad. Oh.
That's the last of them. Facility secure.
Copy that. Raccoon City is ours.
So sad. That's a great trailer.
Local tax experts are...
I cannot wait for the game to come out. I'm definitely going to be playing that. One of the best franchises ever. Resident Evil. Wait, what happened? Okay, so I'm going to be doing a reaction to Resident Evil Requiem might finally reveal the truth about Raccoon City. Let's see what some hot cookies has to say.
Killed that we see Grace making a report. Resident Evil Requiem just dropped a major bombshell about a huge story point in the game, along with showing off a couple of different gameplay scenes and new details if you paid close enough attention. This spans into possible previous characters in the series being killed that we see Grace making a report on all the way back in the announcement trailer.
Ooh.
A possible brand new twist to this Umbrella curse, and maybe even the Daylight Serum that has been mentioned before and more. But before we get into that fully, make sure to show off your hype for Resident Evil by scrolling down and hitting those hype, like, and subscribe buttons to help us reach our like goal of 25 likes on this video, and so you don't miss out on any Resident Evil Requiem news as it comes out. Also, consider becoming a member of the channel to be listed and have your approved and chosen images shown at the end of videos, just like this one. So without further ado, let's dive into everything major that was shown off. Let's start off with the quick new details from the brief gameplay shown off recently, and something interesting about the live action trailer. During Nintendo's third-party showcase, they showed off Resident Evil Requiem as it's being launched on Switch 2 consoles as well, where they showed off a little bit of new footage. In this, the major sections were Leon giving us the major dialogue, stating that 6 survivors of Raccoon City all died to the same thing, hinting at the Umbrella curse people have talked about before, where past survivors are being affected by it. And also, we got a brief gameplay snippet of Leon sniping from the top of a building or on a balcony seemingly, confirming the return of a sniper being usable by Leon in this game, where there seems to have been a major explosion of possibly a helicopter crashing, and Grace struggling to get a door open on the far right side while zombies are swarming in. This to me heavily reminds me of the mission in RE4, where Leon is holding off the infected while Ashley is messing with some objects to open up some doors, where Leon fights his own zombies after him while simultaneously also sniping them off Ashley to help her out and so that she doesn't get carried away as well. It also makes me wonder if there will be multiple scenarios like this in the game where Grace or Leon have to help each other out, as we know their story in this game will be heavily intertwined, and we'll be having them going through some of the same locations back to back, where they can access previously inaccessible areas or loot as they traverse each location. The new gameplay also shows off how much a parry actually costs with Leon if you pay attention. Something like the chainsaw parry fully drains the durability bar of the hatchet, as we've seen before, where Leon has to immediately sharpen the hatchet again, while something like a regular blow from a weapon just takes a decent chunk instead. That is pretty much all of the new things from the new gameplay, but real quick, I did want to touch on something from the live action trailer for the game as well. Not only was it an awesome trailer and made me want a full live action series or movie done in this quality, but the ending does have some implication to how long the zombies' human habits last as well. In this live action trailer, we see a mother and daughter battling for survival, where they eventually, like most others, fall to the outbreak. But even though they were infected sometime during the initial Raccoon City outbreak, sometime later, and I mean a long time until they took Raccoon City back later, we still see the mother clutching onto the family photo post-infection and even visiting what is apparently her daughter's grave with her stuffed animal from earlier in the trailer as a zombie. Not only that, but think about it. The mother herself is a Raccoon City infected, not an Elpis infected zombie. So seeing a zombie have human traits and for this long has me thinking about our last video and theory where I mentioned maybe Elpis and the Raccoon City's infection are a bit more tied together than everyone initially thinks. With Ori 3 Remake's whole Brad and Marvin scene, and now Elpis having confirmed human traits in their infection in the recent showcase, it seems like it's not just being freshly infected that makes the zombies have human habits. Nor is it exclusive to the new infection we think we're getting in Resident Evil Requiem, and is something I think we need to heavily keep in mind moving forward. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's get into the meats and potatoes and the reason you probably clicked on this video. What exactly is going on with what Leon said in the recent trailer about 6 survivors of Raccoon City all being dead to the same thing? To understand my whole thought process and everything in question, make sure to catch my train of thought by catching them in my previous theory videos. I'll give you a quick catch up in this one prior to everything, but to understand my entire thought process and all the other theories that I'll be mentioning, make sure to check them out as they are also timestamped so you can jump quickly to those exact sections as well. And all of them will be linked down below in the description of this very video.
Happiness. We travel all over the world trying to find it. The yoga retreat in
Happiness is
well, to start us all off, let's go all the way back to the initial announcement trailer for Resident Evil 9, where when we first see Grace, she is actually typing up an investigation summary report on a case, where she surmised that a deceased individual was discovered in an abandoned government office. Preliminary analysis suggests the deceased may be linked to a series of, and then she gets cut off by her boss, where he wants her to look at a new body that turned up at the Renwood Hotel where her mother was murdered. If you look at the images shown on screen as well, it looks more like it's a body in the woods or like a heavily destroyed building, not just a regular government building, with the person being dead in the pictures being a white male. It also says below the pictures, 4th victim of an unidentified disease. Now, at first I thought it was Elpis, but now I think it's something worse than I initially thought. First, let's break down the timeline of events. Before the new body was discovered that Grace has to investigate, we have 4 possibly confirmed to be killed off by this new disease if the preliminary report Grace is typing is indeed accurate. And in this new gameplay trailer, Leon mentions that 6 are dead all in the same way. In my opinion, I think Leon and Grace are investigating the same case from different departments, and this is why they meet up or are interlinked like this in Resident Evil 9 in the first place. Then, Grace goes to check out this possibly new 5th body that's come up due to this mysterious disease, and that's why her boss wants her eyes on it, since she's already very familiar with evidence that could point to this disease being the reason the person died. Which, by the way, I'm still super suspicious her boss is in on the whole thing with Victor Gideon, which eventually will lead to her getting captured by Gideon himself at that 5th body location and why she ends up at the care center. We know that this is the reason that she sent on the case as well, since when he tells her about investigating the case in the first place, he mentions, "This body inhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating." Basically, it's just him saying it shows signs that this body could be the same as the other prior 4 in this mysterious disease case. Now, with a little bit of blank time in the middle, it looks like Leon possibly also investigates this 5th body and learns about the missing police officer. Then visits a 6th body, which he's mentioning here at this newest gameplay trailer, where then he eventually gets some sort of clue or reason to book a visit with Victor Gideon. And that's where he eventually runs into Grace and has no idea why an FBI agent is there while he's following his leads. Now, before breaking into what I think this mysterious disease actually is, let's also remember what I think Elpis is. Elpis, from what I'm seeing, seems to be based around or use the daylight serum in its biology. The daylight serum is shown as a white serum in Resident Evil Outbreak, where survivors of Raccoon City use this to quote-unquote cure the virus from the Raccoon City outbreak. Major named survivors are, of course, the Outbreak cast of characters and also mainline legacy characters like Leon, Claire, Jill, Carlos, Ada, and Sherry. I believe the Elpis virus shows its daylight roots by having some zombies have white eyes and with white hair some of the infected exhibit. Namely the sound infected that yell at you in the Grace and Leon gameplay shown recently in the Resident Evil showcase, and the hag from the first demo. This game obviously has Resident Evil Outbreak as canon and relevant, since Grace is Alyssa Ashcroft's daughter, one of the major characters of the game's cast and survivor group. Like I said, at first I thought these deaths being shown were from Elpis itself, but unless it's a different or more concentrated version of Elpis, shouldn't these people dying just turn into zombies instead? So then I was re-looking up the Daylight Serum again. I was searching through its wiki where I found this major piece of information under the tab labeled effectiveness. This suggests that the drug is capable of completely eliminating the T-virus from the infected host. However, its true nature is somewhat debatable, as Peter Jenkins' diary instead describes Daylight as an inhibitor/suppressant, implying that it may not fully cure the infection, but rather halt its progress and neutralize its effects, which in my opinion completely changes the game. So of course I had to go ahead and look up the diary entry and found an old FAQ that listed the diary entry in question. It says Peter's diary, location Student Affairs Office, August 30th. Reagent creation is at its final stage. When it is completed, we will finally have a means to stop that wretched T-virus. I heard about Umbrella's heinous dealings from an ex-head researcher named Greg. I wouldn't have been able to create this reagent without his expertise and assistance. Using viral research for personal gain is unforgivable. We named this reagent Daylight. You don't need an umbrella in the daylight. I find the name quite suits the reagent considering its main purpose. September 15th. I received the T-sample from Greg and tested Daylight on it. It's still not at all stable, but it is still managing to suppress the growth of the T-viral cell. Victory is nigh. Come to think of it, how did Greg obtain the T-sample? He told me a friend secretly got him a sample, but he thinks he's being chased by Umbrella. Is he hiding something from me? Well, I shouldn't snoop. A few pages have been torn out. September 19th. It seems I've been totally mistaken. How could Greg do such terrible things? It seems this has all been a ruse. He planned everything from the start. There must be a reason why he rushed me to complete Daylight. Am I the only one other than Greg that knows how to create a compound? Is my life in danger? I should just play dumb for a while. And then the final page states that he discarded the T-sample, hid the compound instructions, and contacted George.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina just...
Now, I think it's also important to note that the George contacted at the final page is actually one of the main playable characters in Resident Evil Outbreak, as he's a playable character and an NPC that you can find throughout the game if you don't play as him. At least from what I've seen here in the documents. And the diary of whom we're reading is, of course, the creator.
Just playing around on on YT.
Are you playing around something?
Yeah, I'm actually about to play switch over to my game. Where's it at? Where's it at?
A usual game that you play or something else?
It is Project Zomboid.
Project Zombie, yeah, like yesterday.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get...
Like the last game you played. It's kind of like a survival or something.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to get good at it. Where's it at? How you been? How you holding up?
I don't know, I'm just really tired. I went to my friend's birthday party. I'm so tired, really tired. I'm just waking up and I'll have my breakfast.
Let me turn the sound down. You said you're about to have your breakfast. How do I get back? Sandbox back. Try to turn the sound down, music down. Have you been streaming? Have you been live? Surname Viola?
What's good, Hardy and Danny?
Somebody just came in.
Hardy and Danny. Someone is coming here.
Someone came in. What's going on?
Yeah.
Wait, where's? Why is it not showing my game? It's like sometimes this does what it's supposed to, and then sometimes it doesn't. Oh, unlet. Oh no. Am I frozen for you?
Yeah, the game is frozen.
The game is frozen.
The game is actually frozen.
I don't know what.
And literally cannot see
It's
it.
like it only does that when it only does that when I'm live. Like it needs like a minute to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying because I'll set everything up beforehand, and it's only this game. It's only Project Zomboid.
Yeah, maybe you need to set up your resolutions for the game. So
there it is. Well, no, the game just like takes
for the in-game settings. Yes.
The game. This game just takes like forever. I click to start. Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't showing up on OBS. Cause I'm trying to make it so you can see the screen too. Oh, this game. I guess I need to go in the game. Like the game was already open, but I didn't hit continue yet. But I guess I got to do all of that before going live. Somebody gave me an offer. Ooh. They gave a nice little offer. $40. I have to take it. Damn this game. Like, come on. I guess while it's doing its thing, I'm gonna go into OBS and see why I can't find it. Can't do that. But did you say you've been streaming? Have you been live? Okay, I can still move around in TikTok. Can I close Steam and make this speed up? So it's just... Oh, there we go. Game be taking forever.
Is it by the game or your settings for your streaming?
I don't know. It's the game because it's not. It's only this game. It's only this game.
Only this game.
No other game have I ever had this issue with.
It means like there's no issues with another game. Like
Yeah, there's no issues with any other game.
other titles of the game. Yeah. Like Sons of the Forest or even Disney Speedstorm.
Yeah, never had an issue with Evil West. Never had an issue with Sons of the Forest. And I just moved my Yeah, never had an issue with Evil West. Never had an issue with Sons of the Forest. The racing game never had an issue. Now I'm trying to figure out why. And then even when it comes to showing the game, I never... There it is. Yeah, it was like late to even show this. I was like, did anybody say anything? It's probably because this is like an indie game. There we go. Have you ever played this game before?
No, never. Here we go.
Take one of those. So the name of the game is to see how long we can stay alive. We're taking all of the food. Fork. It's like fork you. Newspaper magazine. What do we got? We have a electronics magazine, volume 4. We have a screwdriver. Those don't, I don't think those do anything, so I'm gonna leave those. Carpentry, cooking, and a sheet of paper. We'll take carpentry, we'll take cooking.
Welcome in, someone else.
Well,
Miss Deminer.
Hey, Walter, what's going on?
Bouncer.
See if Walter wants to come up. What up? What up, brother?
Walter. Walter or...
And I'm on purple.
What up, what up, what up, yo?
Long time, stranger. Alarm clock.
We're just going good.
Condition. We'll take the pencil. Magazine pen. How you feeling, Walter?
Get up here on stage.
Wait, what happened?
Maybe he wants.
Hold on, I'm driving.
come up
Okay,
on
yeah, no
stage.
problem.
He's driving.
Yes. Oh, you know what? Let me switch over to over on purple. I have to switch what category I'm in. Apollo! What's going on, Apollo? What up, brother? Let me switch over, because I can't be in just chatting. I need to be in the right category. If you see any zombies, call me. Let me know. I am not looking right now. Stream manager. Got it. I have to edit where I'm at real quick. Project Zomboid, Project. Chat showing zombies. Zombies. Switch there. Yeah, so I'm on like 8 platforms right now. So I kind of have to like switch where I'm at because I was in just chatting. So I'm like fixing my info. Project. Project Zomboid. Okay, back to the game. Switch this one out to PRO. I wish I could switch all of these at the same time. Things easier. All right, I'm just gonna use those. Getting over this cold my kids gave me on top of the other mess. Yeah, I feel you. Sheet of paper. Let's grab some paper. Let's see what we got. What do we have? Sheet of paper. A belt. A shirt. A bra. What? I feel like there's a zombie in the house. Oh wait, do I have to turn the lights off so they won't know that I'm in here? Climb over. Nah, she don't like break her leg. taking the bandage. Sewing kit. Vitamins. What else we got in here? That's it. Man, this bathroom was weak. Hey, wait, are you, wait, are you on all of them? Yeah, I'm on all of them right now. I am on all of them. Was this one more door? No, it's just the wall. Alright. Before we go out, let's equip our baseball bat. I want another box big enough for that. Alright, I need bird's eye view when we outside. We're gonna avoid the zombies as much as possible. And we're just gonna scavenge these houses to try to load up on supplies. Oop. Yo, that was loud, man. That was loud as hell. Empty bottle, we'll take that. Vehicle maintenance. Twine, we'll take that. Tissue for first aid. Tire pump. Garbage bag, we'll take the garbage bag. Empty gas can. I hope we're not carrying too much weight with that. And a tire pump. You at work, Apollo? The hell was that? Sounds like a coyote. Oh. Nope, we ain't going that way. See if we can backdoor this. Oh, we gonna see if I can sneak them. Alright, let's close that door though. Let's close that door before we start scavenging. Animal print underpants, bra, classic wristwatch with brown strap, hoodie, bloody, necklace, pants, small. What? Sneakers and socks? Alright. Did we get any stat buff off of anything? Ugh, the hoodie has some blood. I'll take it, but I won't wear it. What happens if I inspect it? Global blood level condition. I will take it. We got a little bit of something. Farming and mechanics. We'll take the books. Oh, she's hungry. So let's go ahead and eat. Let's have an apple. Eat it. Eat it all. Okay, Apollo, if you come on TT, you don't have to worry about the boxes right away. And hold on, I'm gonna try to connect on all of them. Alright, you're a real one, Walter. I appreciate you, brother. Name of the game is to see how long I can stay alive with this character. Lumberjack. We're gonna go ahead and wear that. Let's loot the other bodies. Beta blockers? What is that? Black underwear, earrings, diamond ring, glasses. Socks, bra. Don't need that. Was there one? There's only 2 bodies in here. Dirty rag and sponge. Place item. I think we can rip the rag and use it for like first aid. Oh, there's another room right here. Bandages, thank you. Vitamins, we'll take that. Upstairs. Empty notebook, pencil. Oh, hello. I like that lighter. We'll take the lighter. We'll take the matches. Newspaper reduces boredom. And there was one more door, I think, up here. Cologne, denim shirt. Stats go down. Earbuds, knee-high skirt, bandages, taking that, sheet, craft sheet rope, rip sheets.
Welcome everyone.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Am I missing people?
Welcome, Toddling.
Thank you for keeping a lookout last lake.
Sorry.
Hey, let's go, Walter. Over on Rumble in the Jungle. Tweezers for taking that for first aid. Mirror. Can I do anything with the mirror? Place item. Can't do anything with the mirror. Smash window. Let's not. Alright, that's a shower. Crossword. Which one is better? Okay. So, now, what I realistically need to do is I need a base antidepressant we'll grab. Because I was like, that's something I had to look into. I need to figure out how to like build, construct, and all that. Old rain jacket, pants, sneakers. The jacket we will wear. Let me inspect that. Global blood level. I wonder.
Welcome, get it play.
Huh?
Someone is coming here.
Someone came in? Welcome in.
Welcome in. I'm just doing an
I appreciate you.
welcoming someone here.
I appreciate you, Leslie. So alright, so if I have the jacket, what I'm thinking is maybe I can take the stuff that's bloody back into the house, and if there's a washing machine, maybe I can wash it. Clean rag. Oh, I think you can. That's what I'm talking about. Clean all clothes. Wash. Yes, 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 yes. So now all of our clothes is clean. So we can up our defense. The hoodie, oh, it's wet. We're not gonna put on the wet stuff yet. Okay, so since it'll let us do that, let's see if we can dry. Oh wait. Hold up. Empty wash bottles. Sit on the ground. Carpentry. Investigate this area. Disassemble. Fill all empty bottles. Now we added some water. I don't know why they won't let us use the dryer since the clothes is wet. Right.
Welcome in, Cassie.
Hey, welcome in. I wonder if I go to the kitchen, can I throw stuff? Can I throw the clothes in the oven? I didn't even come over here. Empty pot. Brush. Alright, we're taking all this food. Taking all the food. Fork, meat cleaver. Empty bowl. Water container. Can I interact with the oven? Wash yourself. Fill. Let's drink some water since we're already over here. Sit on the ground. Investigate this area. What happens when you investigate? I don't really know what that is. Sit on ground. I'm disappointed that I can't take any of the clothes and put it in like the dryer, so I can just put it on. Oh, remove propane tank. Bird's eye view. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, let's do it this way.
Hey, Cook.
Oof.
James.
What up, James? Hey, James, what's going on, buddy?
I'm up here. What's going on?
Been a while, buddy. How you holding up?
I know it's been a while. I don't see you.
Open window, can I smash it? You know what, before we do that, let's go the other way. Oh! Oops! I probably better take that thing out. No! What the hell? Okay, well that ain't good. Yeah, shoot. Damn, I messed up. Set off the alarm. Man, that was not good. Alright, what do we got? Hunger, severe bleeding, moist, anxious, injured, strength and speed reduced, severe pain, and very heavy load. Alright, we are bleeding. Mop. Socks. Let's try to deal with this. Laceration. Severe. Adhesive bandage. Let's go rip sheets. Rip sheets, yeah. See, this is why I wanted to bring the sheets. Forearm, rip sheets. Overall body status, critical damage. Is there anything I could do about that? Temperature's normal. Fitness info. Do I have any, I think we have some type of a pain reliever. Bandage, antidepressants, bandage. Tweezers, vitamins. Damn. Yeah, I triggered the alarm. This messed up. That ain't good. What y'all saying over here? Hold on. Also, thank you for the video. That was helpful. Yeah, I'm gonna be definitely making more videos. I'm gonna post a lot of stuff on the website. We gotta hurry up because it sounds. Oh, shoot, they're gonna. Shit, shoot. Excuse my language. Damn it, damn it, damn it. No, 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 no. We out, we out. And it's getting nighttime. We gotta go. We cannot get caught out at night. As I sit here eating a bologna sandwich in the middle of the street. And we're dealing with exhaustion. Not good. Damn. Is there a zombie in here? Can't go through that way. Wait, did they just come in here? Are you serious? How'd it come crashing in the window? I wasn't even in here yet. Man, I'm not gonna be able to run. Oh man, we are surrounded. We got a horde. Oh, shoot. We're facing exhaustion. We have a horde. We can't run. And these zombies get on my damn nerves. Man, it's like they are everywhere. I'm trying to be sneaky and seeing if I can like sneak around the back of a house, break into the house, turn off the lights, and sleep for the night. But it's like they're at every house. Sponge mop. We might get a little lucky. We might. Hard hat. I know that hard hat has to have some stats on it. It does. Two planks of wood. Now let's go this way real quick. We're not gonna leave. We're gonna raid the kitchen. Butter, carrots. We're gonna grab the food. Grab the food. Peas, frozen peas, pork chops. And we're going to try to take care of our statuses. Are you? Come on. Oh, son of a bitch. You know what? If there's just one, I might have to just fight it. Come on. Are you serious? Good goodness. We got some keys. Take the keys. Take the lighter. Bloody t-shirt. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can... I do not like the fact that it's a broken window, but I gotta get some sleep and check and fix these statuses. Is it gonna let me? Hold on. Wait, can I not sleep? Or is it not gonna let me sleep because the it's dangerous in here? First aid. More sheets. Are you sure you want to sleep? Yes. We hanging in there. We are hanging in there. Wait, you're offline on green. I'm offline on green. Made it, LOL. Also, thank you for the okay, green is fine. You're good to go on green. Alright, let's deal with some of these statuses. Nervous, pain, overload, and unpleasantly hot. So since we are unpleasantly hot, let's take some clothes off. Shirt, military boots. I guess we gotta take this off. See if this deals with unpleasantly hot firefighter pants. Well, it's all the pants we have. Long socks, military boots, t-shirt. Tire pump, tissue, twine, water bottle. Let's zoom on it. Minor pain, feeling slight pain. We made it through the day. Sneakers and shoes. I guess when I start raiding these places, I need to start closing the windows. That might be how they found me. Magazine. I can't carry too much unnecessary stuff. Ooh, well. We got a Desert Eagle magazine and a Desert Eagle pistola. That is a good find. I don't know how to use it. Electrician, Volume 2. Oh man, oh shoot, the window's open. Wait, can I close the window? Close curtains. No, don't do that. Watch those bastards be right in the hole. Oh, time to go. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Time to get the hell out of here. Man. Gotta go, daddy-o. Bird's eye. Which way can I go? Injured already? We gotta hit the jukes. This is not good. Alright, I think this is gonna be the end of the line. to the end of the road. See, I'm carrying too much. Oh, shoot. I'm carrying too much stuff. And I can't run. Or I can barely run. Alright, I'm gonna have to try to run in spurts. This ain't good. I'm gonna try to be a little crafty. Oop. Probably got injured off that one. Exertion set in. And this is where we started. Oh, hell no. This fool is clumsy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. On my heels. On my heels. No! Weak. Weak sauce. Wait, which song? Alright, I gotta figure out how to build a base. I have got to figure out how to build a base. Thank you for the heart me's. I appreciate y'all. Alright, let's run it back. Oh, look at this, I'm a zombie. Alright, we were the firefighter. Let's go with the burglar. What does this mean? What is this? Alright, you know what? Let's go with the police officer. Panics when indoors. Conspicuous. More likely to be spotted. Yeah, we're not doing that one. Hell no. Hard of hearing. Alright, we'll go hard of hearing. Here we go. Let's play as the cop. Hop on cop. We're at police station. Bourbon. First thing I find is an adult beverage. Take a newspaper. Alright, I'm gonna be careful about taking so much stuff, because that keeps getting me in trouble. Cigarettes? Nah. Even in the apocalypse, we can't do it. Empty notebook, empty white mug, pencil. Paper clip, sheet of paper. Denim shorts. Grab those. T-shirt, blade t-shirt. Rubber band. Glue. Scissors, sheet of paper. So many cigarettes in here. How do you got a refrigerator with like no food? That's weak. More cigarettes. Pin. There's only like pencils, pins. First of all, close this door. Pencils, pins, paper clips, and cigarettes. It's like nothing. Any trash cans? Anything good? I think this is like the police station, and there's like nothing in here. There better be something in these lockers, I know that. A police deputy jacket. Police shirt, police trooper t-shirt. Belt, lunchbox. Rename place item, equip secondary, loot, move. Shoes. Oh, them shoes got some stats. Let's go ahead and wear the shoes. We had some other stuff that had some stats on it. The deputy jacket. We are going to wear. Denim shorts we're gonna wear. Wayne is just looking down bad. Deputy hat. Alright, let's check some more of these lockers. And these are all the same lockers. Let me check to see if anybody's saying anything. What up, what up? Thank you for sharing. You're having breakfast last late. Be right back. Okay, last late, no problem. Let's see. The hell? Yo, that is a door right there, right? Oh. That's the problem with being able to see through the wall. Let's go to the other ones. Maybe there'll be some more lockers in here. And there are. Lee shirt. Headphones. Shoes. We got some. I'm like, was this just where I was? It was, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It sucks. How's this place big for no reason? It's big and empty. And I'm pretty sure it's a police station. Shouldn't find anything in the cells. Where's the GUN cage? Man, I cannot believe this big place has like nothing in here. This is absolutely ridiculous. Dirty hinge, or door hinge, doorknob. Just bathrooms. So that was just lockers, classroom, or just rooms. Rooms with nothing but paper and cigarettes. Absolutely trash. Trash, trash, trash. This sucks so bad. Let's quit my baseball bat. Need that bird's eye view. And it's nighttime. I know what we're not gonna do. Can we close the door? Since it's nighttime, it's like, can I find a table or something? Oh, you know what? Since this is a police station, I'm gonna go try to find a cell and get some sleep. I don't remember where the cells are now. But if I can find a cell, I'll see if I can lock myself in the cell. Not tired enough to sleep yet? Bro, it's like nighttime. I'm not tired enough to sleep. I'm not dumb enough to go outside at night. Alright. We'll go around the back. Oh, what's this? Oh, yes. Wait, I think box of rounds, magazine, shells. Oh yeah. Here we go. We're not gonna use that unless we need to, though. And a scope. And here I thought this place sucked. Paper. Then we get paper clips. More paper clips. Now you're a zombie like Marvel and DC. Yeah, pretty much. Check my messages real quick. Check the comments. Thank you, Mia. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Desire! What's up, Desire? Thank you all for the heart me's. Feel free to drop your heart me's. Alright, so now I gotta figure out how to use the rifle. Equipped in both hands. Hold up. Insert magazine. Are you serious? All those rounds and I don't have it, or and it's not for this? It's trash. Transfer, equip to primary, place item. Wait, no, pick it up. So I guess that's how you do it. Here's my baseball bat. Two wood, glue, duct tape. Okay. Never used it yet. Can I pick that up? No, I guess we lost our scope. Alright, here we go. Hungry? Bird's eye. T-shirt. Jeans. We'll grab them. We won't wear them, but we'll grab them. Let's go loot the bodies. Black underpants, that's disgusting. T-shirt, shoes. Bra. Animal print underwear. Nothing here. Let's check this body real quick. Nothing good. So now what I'm going to do is see if I can get into the trunks of these cars. Wait, did it open? Alright, we got duct tape. Grabbing that. Empty bottle for water. First aid. I'll take that. Plastic bag. Tarp. I'm gonna take... Oh. Oh! Bam! Boxers, shorts. That kind of startled me. So I wanted the tarp. And the twine. Can I grab it? Let's check the next car. Can't get in it. Half the time I don't know if I'm even in the if I even be in there. Keys though. Uh-oh. Yeah, one more. This game is Project Zomboid. Hey, gonna vibe here, not worried about coming up. Alright, no problem. Just a quick pop in at work. Thanks for showing up, Desire. Project Zomboid. We're gonna go loot all the bodies. Heavy load and moist. Fork, maggots, shorts. Alright, we gotta drop some stuff. I wish I knew what my weight was. Wait, am I at 18? 1868? I could drink the bourbon. Oh, you injured? Alright, I need to drop some. We need to shed some weight. First aid. I really don't want to waste the first aid. The jeans. We'll wear those. The rifle we are not getting rid of. Transfer, move to school bag. How ironic. Magazine, newspaper, plastic bag. The police pants, we are going to rip the clothes. Sneakers, we're going to drop those. Move to floor. Police jacket. School bag is like what, 15? Is that like 15 pounds? Alright, 14 pounds. I really need to drop like 2 pounds. School bag, jeans, belt, bottle, tarp. place item. Alright, let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. We can run a little bit. Do they got anything? Alright, that one doesn't have anything that I want. Yeah, they don't have nothing. All that for nothing. Gold ring, police trooper pants, shoes, long sleeve, underpants. They got some drawers. Is there anything in the trash? The door. Safety goggles. Tarp. I can't really take any more weight on me unless it's like really, really important. We'll start on this floor first. Is that a zombie? Sneak him. Got him. Boxers. Jeans. Keys. We'll take the keys. So he doesn't have nothing that we really want. Now we're in court. First we were in the police station, now we're getting into court. You can't handle the truth. I'm about to just leave this place. If there was nothing in the police station, well, actually, you know what? I'm wrong. There was something good in the police station. Just stop jumping over stuff. You end up spraining your ankle. Knock it off. Oh, trash can. We got a trash, empty beer can. Ooh, we love TikTok shop. Notebook, sheet of paper, hole puncher. I already know we ain't gonna have nothing in here. What do we got? We got some bodies on the ground. Digital watch, necklace with a crucifix. We'll wear that. Oh. Because of course, right? Bam. 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 There we go. Splat. Man, you should have seen me on like day one. I could not take out a zombie to literally save my life.